Hey Nick, how are you? What's up, Mule? How are you, Mule? Happy, is it Thursday today? Hey DJ, how are you? Hey Zandel. How's Zandel today? What's up, Vibe? Welcome in again. Hey Gungy, how are you? Shucky Duggy Quack Quack moment of the day. How are you, Ducky Schultz? Yes. 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 Yes, Gungy, 7 months. You are a legend, Gungy. Thank you so much. Audio good today, guys? Hey, New Age, how are you? Champions Chat Podcast, welcome in. I mean, we can probably start talking some boss battle if you want, for sure. I don't need to play the free to play the entire time. Currently fried? That's not good. I'm doing well, Ducky. How are you? What's up, Telvin? Mid-Carter? Yes. 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 Gungy, my man, thank you for the incredible generosity. Gifted subs to Mule, The Big Show, Top Spin, Spider Guard, and 2Bob. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Gungy. Enjoy your stuff, guys. Your subscription, I guess. I know, not true, Bob. McManamy, how are you, bud? I think it's going pretty well. You're trying not to lose your crap on your kids? That's hilarious, New Age. Good luck. Hey, Ford, how are you? I think I missed you, Ford, so hi. Wasn't on purpose. How are you, Ford? LC Blue, what's good? Yeah, speed up League 10, right? That's going to be amazing, for sure. When we get there. Definitely looking forward to that. But I'm actually having quite a bit of fun on it, for sure. The speed up will make it much nicer. I'm very curious where we can end up, definitely. But yeah, Zandel, we can talk some boss battle prep. Let me clear my league crap real quick. And then I can move over to the main account. We can also talk boss battle without me having it up and stuff. Defensive looks strong for this boss battle. You're keeping busy? Keeping busy's good. As long as it's good busy and not bad busy, you know? Oh yeah, if they do a trial New Age, might have to do a lot of playing if there's a trial. I will try and clear all of the road. Level up Kofi and Woods for training. I will eventually. Mid-Carter. You know it, my man. Pretty good so far, McMenemy. It's mainly, you can jump a league every day at the start. And then it takes 2 days at League 5, it takes 2 days to get to League 6, and 2 days to get to League 7, as long as you do your stuff. So I should be able to get to League 7 after reset tonight, so I want to have most of it all done. So I can just do the League Point thing, and then get League 7, because I have enough tokens that I can claim Zombie Edge from the prize wall. And Zombie Edge on this account would be baller, because I think he's 4-star. I don't know what you mean by will they give me purple Bray. I don't, you mean Trickster Bray? I doubt it. Hey Scotty, how are you? Well, McMenemy, I don't know how quick I want to rush up in the leagues, if that makes sense. Like, I want to be smart about advancing leagues, because once I get into those bigger leagues, I'm going to get thrashed. So I need my roster ready for that. You know what I mean? Like, at least somewhat ready, because I can't imagine trying to do all of the stuff with a tiny account. So I'm not sure how that's going to look yet. Will I try and delay going up in leagues? You know what I mean? Will I just want to go as fast as I can? Etc, etc. How's Mrs. Go Blue and Baby Blue, Scott? It'll be definitely interesting to see, McMenemy. It looks like League, it takes like 5 days to go from 7 to 8 or something like that, I think. Maybe it was 4. I'm not sure. I still need 1 showdown win. That one could prove annoying. I need to check. Keep reminding me to check showdown every so often, guys. Yeah, exactly, McMenemy. So I'll have to see what benefits the account the most. Well, you know what I mean, until I'm ready. Yeah, New Age, I think that makes a lot of sense, yeah. Oh, right on, Scotty. Yeah, that's awesome, Scott. Key pulls will be massive next month, McMenemy. That's, so I need to make sure I get there. But also for the edge poster, you know? It's kind of fun having things actually, like, really matter. Because, you know, I can't just go, like, spend $20 and fix, an issue with my roster, you know what I mean? I can't spend on a weekend to get an amazing poster and fix a problem with my roster, you know what I mean? So I actually really like that. I'm gonna have to get creative. I could see a scenario, right? That would be nice. McMenemy. I could honestly see a scenario where there's a point where I play this account much more than I do my main account. I could see that, like, as far as time played. Because I like, sort of, I guess maybe I'm a little bit of a masochist, you know? I kind of like that. It's fun to get the stuff, don't get me wrong. But I also like really having to work for it, too. I suppose that's what you get when you played EverQuest back in the day. Boo-da-boo-da-boo. Yeah, you know? Yesterday seemed like a really slow day. Like, as far as, like, some days you can kind of tell it's like a busy, like, you call it like a Champs Twitch day or something. Yesterday seemed like a pretty slow day. It'll be interesting to see if today is or not, too. Also, it probably doesn't help that I just kind of don't really stream start at a specific time or that kind of stuff. Lately, I just start when I feel like it and stop when I feel like it. I can't believe I streamed like 3+ hours yesterday. Hey, Rude Ripa, how are you? It didn't feel like I streamed 3+ hours yesterday. So what's everyone up to today? I mean, if you have everything on it, Dreamville, you're still gonna get a sheriff's badge and 100% strap for Sammy and Liv for free. That doesn't seem very meh, to be honest. That seems pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like, I don't know. Nice, Memphis Tiger. Exactly, New Age, 100%. 100%. Audio's good, right, guys? Just hanging around. Yeah, Mule, you're playing Showdown vibes? Right on. Oh, this account has Stip Tours open now. So that's gonna be an interesting, annoying journey that we're gonna have to do. So I calculated missing 2 and having a max Showdown trainer from this point, I needed like, I would need like 62 more matches to max, and there's just not enough energy in it for that, since I think I can get like 40 more energy, so that would leave me just a little bit short, sadly. If I had had one more superstar, I would have been able to max missing one, having really good showdown coin promoters. That's awesome, McMenemy. Hard to beat that. What's auto? What do you mean by auto-tune, New Age? And voice changer? Are you talking about like so I can, what? Like explain exactly what you mean. Like, what are? Is it just called an auto-tuner? How long do you think to get a feud promoter? I think it's going to take a long time, dude, unless I get somebody that can do work for me on Stips. We'll see. TP definitely seems hardest so far. We'll see. I don't know how long it'll take to get one. Oh, you're just giving me crap? Okay. I gotcha. I mean, it kind of does, McMenemy. Right, Mid-Carter? I'm saying... I'm saying I got live and I'll get at least one free plate. No complaints here. That do be a facto. Ah, you're working and driving. Got you, Dreamville. You got the moment too? Very nice. That's a really good moment. Really good moment. Voice does sound different. That's probably... Here. Probably sounds better now, I would imagine. It was warm up here when I got home, so the AC was on. So then the auto gate corrects things. So I would imagine it probably sounds better now. Which preview, New Age? Becky, like, are you talking about Cody? No, Sheriff Badge wasn't out when Cody came out. Yes, Showdown does suck, McManamy, and yes, I agree, it was a very good event. Yes! Yes! Yes, Sensei, thank you so much! Thank you so much. Yeah, having all the zombies costs a lot of money. 27 months, Sensei. I appreciate you, my guy. Nice, Memphis Tiger. They're both great choices. So, New Age, do you have... I mean, like... How... If I'm not mistaken on Cody, unless you have a top line... There's no way you can use... the Titan plate doesn't work unless you don't use the buff build, because it's off of the sub with the buff. So you don't get the buff and the Titan unless you majestically have a top line or something. So are you looking at using, like, what color setup? Like triple red or... The Cody plate, though, it's 30 yellow gems. So basically... but you do have the Titan plate buffing it too. You're thinking for boss battle? Okay, that's not a terrible shout. That's not a terrible shout, then. So, the thing with Cody, like... I'm probably a little too hard on Cody. Yeah, absolutely. I did McMenemy. It's crazy on KO. It's ridiculous. But the reason I'm hard on Cody is because, like, you literally can't do anything turn one. Unless you have a top line, You can't do anything turn 1. It's all off of the sub or turn 2, which I find a little bit bothersome. I mean, it depends what you want to do, Dreamville. With the moment, if it hits hard enough to completely drain them and it's quick, sure, go for it, right? Like, what's the percentage to botch buff on that? Is it 150% or something like that? And, like, give me some numbers. What's the base? Yes, is that using a sub, though, Champions Podcast? I'm not on it. Like, I'm not on my account to look. I guess I could open my phone for Cody if we're gonna talk Cody. My problem with Cody is there's just been there's been multiple chases that are better. You know what I mean? That's my big problem with him. No sub. Yellow, red, red. That won't go off turn 1, though. In feud. Unless you get a red and yellow MP trainer or top line. KO is also better, in my opinion, by a big margin, and you guys know I don't like KO. The Cody plate, actually, McMenemy made me take KO to 6-star. My KO is now 6-star bronze, and probably will go silver. Oh, Memphis Tiger. So, did you watch the video I put out, by chance? On the prize wall? It's really difficult, Okay. It's really difficult to advise on these things, really. So, like, for example, do you have KO with an ultimate strap? If you do, Gunther and the plate makes a lot of sense. Sell shards? No, Sensei. You basically buy the shards, though, with the blitz. If that makes sense. No KO? Okay. Who's your best male trickster? Angelo, what's good, my man? How are you, Angelo? Yeah. Hey, Kenny, how are you, bud? Who's your best male trickster, Memphis Tiger? 21K. I think we can keep it. I think we can win with this now. Again, Telvin, that's like one of those things that the answer will depend on your roster and your resources. Right on, Kenny. Right? Like, I don't know your shard situation, etc., you know? Let me go to Cody. So anyone else think it's going to be Jimmy and Jay and one zombie, two-headed? I think so. Happy Corbin's your best trick? Okay. So Gunther has a higher top end than Happy Corbin. But Corbin literally will do 8 to 9 million a turn at 6-star bronze with nothing. Absolutely nothing. Not even a strap. If you have Clubber, and I think you said you did, that's the important piece for Gunther. Clubber and Zombie Rock. So basically, the triple yellow, you don't need much besides Clubber. Okay? When you start getting into the triple purple with Gunther, the more you have, the better it gets. So, like, triple purple, if you want to save yourself an MP trainer and load up on the silence stuff, the Gunther plate would help that. You don't need it, there's ways around it, but then you can have more silence trainers. You would want an all heart, you would want a high gem damage strap. So like then you would want the whichever zombies the silence. I think actually lucky enough it's Cody, so if you have Cody, that works with it. No, Shinsuke is also important because he's 100%. So do you have Showboat Shinsuke? Because that definitely helps too, for sure, because that's 100%. But you can get away without it, Mule, if you have Clubber and Zombie Rock, and then Zombie Brian would help too. That being said, the triple yellow will probably struggle a little bit against 6-star silvers. So that's likely when you would want to go to triple purple. As for Cody, like, you can, like, if you want the blast to work, you have to do the sub build, and then you could blast Titan, right? Which is the yellow, yellow, red. It's turn 2. That's probably how I would run him with the Titan and the Cody plate. Yellow, yellow, red. Yeah. If we ever get a red yellow MP trainer and you get him then you could work the buff in there too and do red, red, yellow and just go off. And then he would be really good, or with a top lane. But you can't use the buff and the blast without a top lane in feud and be turn 1. Or unless we get a 4 MP red and yellow MP trainer. And if we ever get that, I would completely reverse my take on Cody. Then he would be super awesome, because you could use a Titan, you could use the buff, and he would hit super hard. And it's possible we will get that double combo. At that point, I would say he would be very, very good, very, very fast, right? Or, alternatively, if they give him like a 4 MP gear, that would do the same. Which seems more like, but, you know, it was super hard to get Ray's gear. It was only offered the one time. We haven't seen it since yet. I think it was only one time. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Maybe we'll get it this month still somehow, magically, that we don't know about. But yeah. Also, so the Gunther question is hard. You said your other option was Liv, right? Liv and no plate. So Liv is ridiculous for powerhouses, in the sense that she's better than all the others by a country mile. It's really not close. So I hate Dodge. Why are people voting to keep Dodge? Dodge literally will, like, I've been dodged and force closed the app. Like, it makes me that mad. Who wants Dodge in the game? Like, who wants to be that irritated? Like, literally, how does it not irritate the piss out of you when you get dodged? I got the community event rewards. Yeah, that's how I have 25 million coin. Here's our showdown win, hopefully. Dodge is horrible. Yep, Shadow. Exactly. Literally, I will force close the app if I get dodged at the wrong time. Right, Southside? Say, what about Zombie Charlotte? Zombie Charlotte's terrible. I don't care who took it. 6-star silver. Zombie Charlotte is just straight up terrible. Like, 100% terrible. It's fine as a fun project, but, like, you know, I took up Showboat Mankind and stuff, but I'm not gonna, I don't care who took it up, I'm not gonna pretend that freaking Powerhouse Charlotte isn't anything other than terrible. Like, Showboat Mankind's terrible, but... Right, Scott? Oh, yeah. Mule. That'll get me mad. Really mad. Dodge, like, I'll force close it. Yeah, okay. I don't think I've ever, like, the dodge rarely saves me. Like, rarely. Nothing wrong with that, Black Ice. Right? Like, you know your account better. You're close to all of them, you probably do some decent spending too, right? Yeah, like, if you're a Charlotte Mark, that's fine. Like, I think it's fine if you want to do that. She can use a blast plate, probably, like a Titan plate, and do some stuff. Etc. But she's not good. I mean, you know, just when there's no one else. Okay. Okay, that one's out of the way. This is great. Dead Man's Daily is cake. European Tour, the ladies, is going to be the worst one. Speaking of Zombie Charlotte. None of these are the ladies one. I already did that yesterday. That's right. What's up, Painbringer? Okay, good. We are on pace. We are on pace. Okay. I'm doing pretty well. Bill's Mafia, if you have all of them, it's very maxable. Because you get points for... Oh, so close! We're so close! I can taste it! Alright, anyway. Let me get some of these jobbers done. And then we can go over the main account and talk boss battle if that's what people want to do. European Tour Berlin Chapter 4, European Tour Madrid Chapter 6. That's a lot of European Tour. We got to do 4, 5, and 6 apparently. That's 4, 5, and 6. All right. Well, yeah, right, Eagles. Hey, Scon, how are you, bud? I really appreciate that. Honestly, Scon, for stopping in and even saying hi. That's a big deal. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's pretty cool that, that you guys support, you know? Like, support me, support the channel. That means a lot. I mean it. Yeah, Derek, so that's what makes it hard to do boss battle prep videos for me now. Because if you're like me, hey, Fallout has to happen at some point. If you're like me, you just use who you have, because you can't really afford to take up a lot of 6-star silvers. Thank you, Angelo. I appreciate that. You know? So, like, that's the thing I probably miss the most. Is it, honestly, when I could use, like, 5-star golds, I could take a bunch of people up and like kind of show builds for them and stuff in case, you know, somebody had them at like 6-star bronze, etc. But like nobody's gonna probably take Honky Tonk Man 6-star silver, so it almost doesn't make sense to talk about Honky Tonk Man being good because there's probably hardly any striker Honky Tonk Mans at 6-star silver, you know what I mean, for defensive, for example. So yeah, Memphis. Yeah, it's 4 days for 7. Yeah, and I knew it was like 4 or 5 or something. It definitely takes longer to get to 8 than the others, but I don't. As long as I can do the events, then the only thing, like, big thing is the autoplay. Because once I unlock autoplay, I can farm. Yeah, SMG, right? Because even if it was still 6-star bronze required, I could fool around with a bunch of different things. You know what I mean? Like, it's half the damage, but, you know, I could at least contribute. Yeah, Painbringer. Agree. So now it's most of the time get carried, which I hate, right? Like, I liked being able to contribute with every style in boss battle. That was my favorite part about boss battle. It's what made it fun for me. And granted, maybe that's not that way for everyone, but I hate being carried. Oh, fair enough, Bill's Mafia. I will answer if I can, but hopefully the video helps. Yeah, Sensei. This month has been a little bit better for me for 6-star silver tokens. I don't know if for you guys, but the previous couple months were really bad. But I feel like this month has been better. Nope. Right on, Eagles. Also, Eagles, I got DM'd about somebody wanting to join the faction. How are we gonna actually handle this? Because I don't know what to do. And I know I'm not gonna be able to put a lot of time into it. Yeah, SMG. For sure. Honestly, if it wasn't for old Hall of Famers, they have saved me on boss battle. Old and new ones. Hall of Fame in general. So, yeah, you know what, Eagles? We really need somebody that wants to put a lot of time into running that stuff. Like Discord and that kind of stuff, and the faction in general, and trying to sort who's active and who wants to stay, because I feel like we could help a bunch of people. I know I don't have the time to do that, but I don't know if there's anyone around that wants to do that. Yeah, exactly. We need to find somebody that wants to do that, and then I think it could be pretty great for a lot of players. I don't understand how we're full with that many low accounts. Are that many new people playing the game? It can't all be people that have just started free-to-play accounts. Like, are that many people just checking out the game, like, for the first time now? But it'd be cool to kind of do something with it, you know? I just know I have too many irons in the fire anyway to add faction whatever to it, you know what I mean? Tapjoy would be huge for a lot of free-to-play accounts and low spenders, for sure. I'm not going to do Tapjoy on this account. It's just I don't have the time to do all of that, so... Oh, that could have Eagles. Yeah. Hey, Nope, how are you? I play World of Tanks all the time. I don't do videos for it. It's something I've thought about. I am maybe a average World of Tanks player to a maybe slightly above average World of Tanks player, but probably more very average. I'll just say I'm very average, right? And I more play to have, like, a bunch of fun, and I'm not, like, Mr. Knowledge, right? So I'm not sure what I would do. necessarily with World of Tanks. What I think I probably will start doing, I'm playing a ton of Diablo Immortal. It's actually probably the game I'm having the most fun with right now, and I looked and almost no one streams it. So I may start streaming that and doing videos on that as well, but it's hard to juggle so many things at once. Yeah, he's banned from my server. There's been a rash of that. We had two, in the last like 36 hours, there's been two spammers on the Discords. It's freaking annoying. Oh, I got you, Ford. Could be. What's up, Vic? How are you, bud? Angelo, of course, bud. You can ask a question anytime, man. You don't need permission to ask a question in here. Ask away. Southside. No. No, they weren't. No, they weren't. Southside, if I ever start a fans only site, I'm gonna recruit you to be my promo guy. Like, yeah. You got live from the prize wall. Okay, okay. Very nice. I also got live from the prize wall. Hard to argue with free live. You would have all the slogans. What? Why'd you puke in your mouth? You thinking about Amerix fans only? You don't want fans only of that? Yeah, Jabroni's awesome. I don't know if he wants to do it either, because I'm pretty sure he doesn't, but he's awesome. So, oh, great. That's such a good question. Who doesn't want a fans only of that ugly mug? I'm like Jim Neidhart's younger brother. Hey, Sean, how are you? Sean, it's always good to see you. Take my money now. Always good to see you, Sean. How are you, bud? Love it, Sensei. Yeah, Rude Rippa, that's me. That is 43-year-old Merrick's Gaming. That was a couple months ago. When we went on vacation, I shaved the goatee, or trimmed it. I didn't shave it off, but I trimmed it so it would look nice in the pictures for Mrs. Merrick's. It's getting longer again now. That was long enough that I could braid. The boys said it looked like a Viking beard, which made me super happy. Yeah, so the reason I don't use a webcam... That's alright, Sean. Hopefully it's been good, busy. The reason I don't use a... Yeah, Viking beards. Yeet. Which Powerhouse? Angelo, I feel like I missed something. Is Powerhouse still top tier? I'm 185 from him now. Good busy's good. Yeah, Eagles. Yes, it is. Okay, I lost train of thought because I started answering like 3 things at once, so I probably answered none of them well. Third member of... Thanks, Nope. Thanks. What was I saying? Not from that guy, IK. Oh, webcam, yes. So, the Mrs. Merrick's is incredibly supportive of the streaming, the YouTubes, all that stuff. Like, super supportive. The one thing, even though it wouldn't be pointed at anyone, she feels like a webcam would be an intrusion, and she's not comfortable with it. And she knows that it's probably, like, unreasonable, but it makes her feel like her privacy is being invaded. Yeah, So, like, it's a small thing, and I am happy to not do it. Yeah, like, it is. Like, I could see that. Like, even if the back's blurred out or you can only see directly behind me, she just doesn't feel comfortable with it. So, I don't use a webcam. Once in a blue moon I will, like if I go to an event or something. Sometimes she's been like, yeah, I don't care if you use a webcam, like, this time, like, you know what I mean? So I have a couple times. I know people like it because I have an expressive face and that. So, did you guys ever see pictures of when I redid our attic and turned our attic into our gaming center? So our attic, half of the attic is now middle son's bedroom and the other half is our gaming center. Like, so right next to me there's a big huge window to the left, and then on the other side of that is Mrs. Merrick's gaming station and computer. My side's my gaming station and computer, and then all along the wall I basically built a desk into the wall out of butcher block, and it's all the kids' gaming stations and computers. So like it's like a LAN party up here. There's like 5 right now, I think 5 computers right here. So yes, it's in a separate area, but unless we're sleeping 90% of the time, Mrs. Merrick's and I are up here, and most of the time, a lot of the time the kids are too. So although they're all like adults now, so they're kids but not really kids, you know. But it's our gaming area, so this is where the majority of our time gets spent. But yeah. Powerhouse Sammy, back to Angelo. Are you still there? They nerfed... That's the wrong word. They fixed Zianka, so the viable build left for Sammy is the triple black. If you have a good gem damage strap, and so like last feud, when Sammy was required, I think I was doing like 18 million damage with triple black-ish, with only a 20% strap. If you have like a high damage strap, he will still even, should still even take out silvers at 6-star bronze with the triple black setup. When I switch over, I can show you, if you're still around, when I switch account over to the main account and we talk some boss battle. I can show you. Wait, didn't I complete Berlin Chapter 4? Is this hard mode that it has to be done on? Oh, no, I didn't. Now I'm on Berlin. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Scott. Correct. That build still completely gets it done. Completely gets it done. It's a little bit clicky, but it's very good. Right, so it also doesn't take anything like super duper crazy to run. The higher the gem damage strap, the better, but it's not really needed. Right on, Angelo. So, I mean, like, depending on your playstyle preference, I do think he's one of the better powerhouses. And depending on what you have, right? Like, so... Man, Powerhouse is really hard to rank right now. Yes, yeah, Scott, agreed. And also, the thing with Powerhouse is, like, Braun is so fast. That's the thing I love about Braun, is he's just so fast. And like everyone has a different idea of what's good. Yeah, Scott. It was actually it was a pleasant to use him. I hadn't used him in forever either. Exactly, McMenemy. Taker makes a big difference. If you don't have IOW Taker, you want to probably avoid Powerhouse like the plague, because you don't get those bonus points. So, I've said it a few times, I'm too hard on Cody, but I still feel like he's super disappointing, given the fact that recent Powerhouse chases are better, faster, to me, better and faster. Maybe not to you, but to me. So I just wanted one turn one build. It wouldn't have to be the hardest hitting turn one build, but one turn one build. The fact that they gave him 2 subs after giving the other Cody 3 subs, low-key annoyed me, right? Because Cody's not a sub guy, and he's a zombie, yeah. But, I mean, like, I don't know. How do you not have that yet, McMenemy? You're even lazier than I am. Fair enough. Also, how's Mini McMenemy? How's Mini Mac? Exactly, Zandel. He's a zombie. And let's face it. Okay, so far, pending this last zombie, who do you guys think the coolest looking zombie is this year? As far as graphically. That's hilarious. Probably good for you, McMenemy. You like Sammy the most, Telvin? I think Sammy looks awesome too, but I'm a mark. You think Becky or Gunther? They all look really good. You like Priest? Hey Carl, how are you, bud? How you feeling, Carl? Stip is super boring, man. I just auto it. I just auto it. That's the trick. You like Cody the best, Nick? Cody does look awesome. Hey, Twisted Faith, how are you? Becky for you. You're not feeling the Western theme? That man, I love the zombie cowboys, but I'm kind of a dork that way. Oh, that's not good, Carl. What was yesterday's news? That would be great, Angelo. Yeah, that's probably one of the best things about zombies in general, is they usually look really cool. At least I think they do. We need a zombie cowboy and a zombie horse, like Shotzi coming in on her tank. Yeah. Except, on a pale horse, a pale zombie horse, I'd be down for that. Fair enough, McMenemy. I think Sammy is the best zombie in the game. Like, period. A blocked abdominal aorta. How does that, How does that happen, Carl? Oh, Bill's Mafia. Until Showboat hits. I mean... Prizewall would agree with you since he's not on it. Yeah. Oh, Bill's Mop. Yeah, Carl, how does that happen? Like, is it just like bad luck? The cancer caused it? Huh. That sucks, dude. That's how rough is that surgery? Like, is that like a big deal surgery? Is it like, you know, what do they call that? An outpatient one where you can leave the same day? Bill's Mafia. Do you have... What zombies are you missing besides Hogan? Just curious. In hospital for a week? Okay, that is a big deal. Oh, is the concern when they're trying to fix the block, the bleeding, because it's a major artery? Gotcha, Carl. Okay. Definitely hope it goes well for you. When is that? Surgery between now and Christmas. They haven't set a hard date yet. Keep us posted. Isn't Dragon's the same price as the strap, right? Bill's Mafia? Basically. Got you, Carl. Okay, but you're close on shards for them? Okay. Next question, Bill's Mafia. If you don't take the hundo for Sammy, what kind of strap would he have? Are you gonna, like, when you're in the hospital, how long do they, like, while you're recovering, will you be able to, like, are you gonna feel like crap, I guess is what I'm saying? Are they gonna have you, like, fully sedated, or when you're in recovery, are you gonna be, like, okay after, like, a day or two? If it's a week, I feel like you're gonna feel like crap, but I don't know. Hey, Restate, how are you, bud? Welcome in. It's more clicks, McManamy, and it's only one power gem. Got you, Carl. Okay. So you'll probably be able to, like, let us know the, like, day after kind of thing, like how you're doing? Also, Bill's Mafia, did you hear me ask what kind of strap? Okay. 40% gem damage or anti-stun bleed. Okay, awesome, Carl. That's good. Okay, next question, Bill's Mafia. Did you watch the preview I did on Sammy? If so, what build is the one that you want to run? And did you have the required stuff for it? That's really close, Derek. What do you need, like 6K more? That's really close. The faction event has a decent amount in it for the faction rewards. Plus, I don't know where your faction's at in the milestones, but for the ranking, I think it's like 3K up to rank 20 or 2,500 up to rank 20. And then whatever's still left to get for your faction. So you might get close. You might get really close. Actually, I think you only need 5K. Is it 5 or 6K? Something like that. That's awesome, Carl. Hey, Tiger King, how are you? Really, really nice, Carl. Edge is super useful for the black flat gem damage, coach. Super duper useful. Ugh. You watched it, got the moment, and saw the tricolor build. What? You have the you have the zombie moment, Bills Mafia? Is that what you just said? That ups the multiply gems? If you got the moment, you don't even really... Your strap doesn't even matter. Because you got, like, bigger multiplies and crap. Nice, IK. That's a lot. You came out really well. It depends on what you have. He's got the silence build with the sub and the finisher, which is very nasty. Ideally for that, you would have all heart and a gem damage strap and a bunch of silence coaches. Or he's got the health steal build, which won't scale as well to silver, but is super fun. And it's great for Showdown. I actually used Zombie Gunther Triple Yellow for Showdown as my first, and he took out silvers no problem with ease. But I have all the health steal stuff, like Nakamura, Clubber, etc. I had no issues with him in Showdown jacking people up. Yeah, Carl, the Sheriff's Badge on KO is ridiculous. Also, underrated. Okay, yeah, Bill's Mafia, so, I mean, like, straight up, you can run anything you want with Sammy. You can run the triple green. Did you see the 2-click build I did? That's only 2 clicks. If you have the moment, I feel like, because that's multiply gems, I feel like you can just win with 2 clicks. I get if you're going to be close to the other ones. Honestly, I don't use Steamboat on anyone as a coach right now. I'm sure at some point I will. It's nice to have in case I need it, but right now I don't actively use it on anyone. Zombie Hogan, he's not great other than as a silence gem coach. So, do you have the other plates too? I forgot if I asked that. Like, do you have the Sheriff's Badge? That one in particular, I think, is kind of a must-have at that price. It's ridiculously cheap, and it's super, super useful. Yeah, Elvin. So, live in the Sheriff plate is not a bad thing. Need HBK plate, Bill's Mafia? Okay. Memphis Tiger, I don't think they have any intention currently of throwing the drip plate back up in any shape or form. but that is not inside info, and don't take it that as gospel. You know what I'm saying? Whoever just followed, thank you. I missed that. Thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, Angelo, that makes sense. Won't start saving for what, Rude? Oh, drip plate. What makes me think that? Oh, Zandel. How often did we see drip plate when it first came out? I think Zoro has 7 or 8 IK, yeah. Yeah, Memphis Tiger. That's so this is one thing I want to say. Actually, you guys remember when Piper Plate came out and everyone that was free to play could get the Piper Plate, and I suggested regardless that you should get the Piper Plate. I feel like the superstars are going to happen eventually for the most part. If you get them really late, they're not really amazing either. Piper is only decent, in my opinion, with her plate. That's kind of the rub there. This is another one of those situations, in my opinion, where it's really tough for a free player. Because you're going to have the choice, or even a low spending player, of getting a really, really good plate in the Sheriff plate, or maybe, you know what I mean? Like, you want to be really careful. Like, okay, so I feel like the Sheriff plate has potential to be game-changing much more than the other two, all the other plates on there. And here's why. It basically makes a board full of yellows. Like, yes, it takes a lot of reds to activate, but you basically blow up the board a second time. That's incredibly powerful. Honestly, the trap plate is really niche. So it's very unlikely to have many landing places ever, right? Like, it makes Dexter really good. It makes Taker usable, so if you're a Taker mark, I get it. The triple blue looks and sounds better than it's going to be most of the time. It's kind of hard to explain. It's going to be best on someone with big multiplies or with a buff. Like LA Knight. It's probably best on LA Knight. Really, it would be strong on Nikki. Yes, McMenemy. Strong on Acro Bianca. And strong on D-Lo. Those are probably 3 of the better places for it. It's pretty good on Funk because of the multiply gems into blue. But whatever you're doing, try and look long term. Not just what helps you today, but what you think is going to help your roster the most long term. Like, you need to get as much value as you possibly can. And that's going to look different for everyone. You know what I mean? Because, Painbringer. Painbringer, that's... The best part of that was the second half, right? Like You, the first half, you're like blowing all this smoke up my skirt, like, and it's really funny. And then the second part is like, of course, it could be you're right too. Tomato, potato. Dude, that I don't know. That I got tears right now in my eyes. That just super funny. I don't know why that really tickled me right. Oh yeah. Because he's not a zombie, Elvin. He's actually a mutant. Yeah, that was great, Painbringer. And that's fair, Memphis Tiger, yeah. Let's just call the whole thing off. Like, so if you are never gonna have a strap, maybe the plates don't make a big difference, right? Like, I don't know what it's like. Like, at this point, I know where this account I'm playing is, but I don't know where it's gonna be 6 months from now. If 6 months from now I'll have ultimate straps or not. So I don't even know what the right choice to make is right now. No, that's all right, Elvin. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't, like, I feel like I really want to take the Cody plate. Like really, the Sheriff plate, like, really want to take it. But at the same time, I also feel like Zombie Edge might get pulled from circulation. Okay, Sean. This is actually really important. I know I said they're overpriced, and they are. How many shards are you away from Orton? Yeah, I'm 400 away. I think most people are many hundreds away. Yes! 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 Corntall! How are you, man? Thank you for the sub-a-dub-dub, Corn. What's good, my man? Yeah, McManamy, I will feud on this. I'm doing well, Corntall. Yeah, Carl, it's hard to say, right? It's just hard to say. Like Cody or KO? I mean, I just need to get lucky once, Memphis Tiger. Just need to get lucky once. Okay, Sean, so here's the deal. If you don't have Hall of Fame Macho, and you don't have Wesley with a moment and a crazy strap, who are you feuding with for acros? Sean. Like, who's your best acro? Yeah, it's so weird. WWE makes those calls, and it makes no rhyme or reason. We can't have Matt in the game, but Jeff, not a problem. I don't, and that's WWE, so. The gears make a huge difference, though. Is he your best acro feuder, Sean? Yeah. You 6-star bronze, 6-star silver. And who's your second? And another question, do you have a Judgment Day plate? Those are my questions for you. Also, incidentally, Wesley, 6-star bronze, 100% gem damage strap, and the NXT moment, 15 to 18 million damage in feud. He's freaking unbelievable. Oh yeah, you also want Braun and Lawler, though. Okay. So Orton with the triple, I believe it's triple purple. I didn't get him, so bear with me here. I believe it's triple purple on Orton. Let me go to the portal that gives the blue buff. He's basically like Zombie Dom, but instead of the sub, you get to choose. So the risk, of course, as you know, is cascading, and the Judgment Day plate, I believe, eliminates that. So yeah, 10 MP finisher, it's triple purple. 6 MP, choose 4 gems to make into blue. 7 MP, 18 random countdown gems that will make 2 randoms into blue. And then choose 3 gems to make into 1 turn countdown gem that make 9 random into multiply gems of strength 4. So you put out all of these multiply gems, and then you make them all blue, which is primary. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the wrong one. The purple one. Increase your blue gem damage for 90% for 2 turns. So you're doing like the stuff. It's not triple purple? No, it's not triple purple. It's the multiplies. Yeah, it's blue. I think it's blue, purple, purple. I don't know how they run him. He hits for a metric crap ton, but they use the Judgment Day plate to counteract the cascading. I'm pretty sure it's the countdowns. With the multiplies. Probably don't use the buff. Actually, it's probably the multiply. Because that's 27 multiply. Yeah, I don't think they're using the buff. They're probably using blue, purple, purple for the choose. So you do a 5 match, so load the multiplies, put those countdowns too, then you'd swipe to cover the board. Blue, blue, purple. Thanks, K-Pin. It is blue, blue, purple. Okay. The problem is with a 5 and a 3, there's no room for error. So they put the Judgment Day plate on, and then also because it's countdowns, if you get pinned, you're boned. So without the Judgment Day plate, when you lose your turn in feud, you're probably getting pinned, and then your countdown gems go off or they blow up the board, etc. So kind of like Zombie Dom, but he moves the pin bar, so you're not going to get pinned as often. The downside is if you cascade it all, then you lose your turn, and then they go off and blow up your board, etc., etc. So he's really basically ideal with the Judgment Day plate, because it's blues, because it's the multiplies. Think Zombie Dom, but blue. So I would imagine he can hit at 6-star silver probably like 40 million with a good strap. K-Pin, how hard does he hit? It's probably at least that. It's probably super duper hard. About that? Okay. So with the Judgment Day plate, Sean, it makes him safe, and he hits super hard, and you know, a lot of people swear by him for their acro. I would rather use Wesley, personally. Wouldn't hit quite as hard at silver, but I have better stuff for him. So, anyway, long story short, he's also a great coach for Big Papa Pump. So, he hits hard, and then he's also a great coach for Big Papa Pump. So, a lot of people take him up, or want him for BPP, if they have all of their powerhouse eggs in the BPP basket. Yeah. If you don't put a Judgment Day plate on him, I feel like you probably won't use him as much. Because, you know, a 5 and a 3 just cascades too much for my liking. Because 1 and you're done. If it was just 5, that's much better. Or a 5 you swipe into. But even that still cascades. But of course, it's me we're talking about. You know, I can cascade on anything, so. The other thing too, Sean, and it's impossible to predict this. I feel like this is their last time of really premiuming HB, and this is a guess, of really premiuming Orton and HBK because they're a full year old. HBK will already show his age to a degree, I think he could still maybe get it done at 6-star silver, but he's not Cody. I don't have him, though, so I could be way off base there. That's just kind of looking. I feel like he probably doesn't scale as well. Orton obviously scales, but I can't imagine they can keep charging $100 for 100 shards for these much longer. You know what I mean? I think they've gotten at the end of this, I think they've gotten all the people to spend that are going to spend. So I feel like in Spring Outbreak they're going to be $20 for 100 shards, but I could be wrong about that completely. And I don't know how bad you want them right now. Also, what wouldn't you get? Like, would you miss out on plates? Do you already have those plates? Do you have targets for those plates? If you don't have targets for those plates, you already have those plates, then I think it's kind of a moot point. If you're farther away from Orton than any of the other ones. You know what I mean? Plus, if you're going to do the Blitz, you're not a huge spender, I know that, but you do spend. So it's not like if there's a Blitz at the end of the month, you might not pick up some shards there, which it sounds like there is a Blitz. Long story short, I don't think you're crazy. I think there's too many variables to make a perfect choice. But at the end of the day, if you're happy with the choice, then I think it's fine. You know what I mean? If you've watched Orton gameplay and you think he's going to be fun, or you love BPP and you think it's going to be fun, I tend to play characters I think are fun. And I don't play them if they're not. So, and I think most people are like that. So if you like gameplay or like BPP's your guy, then it's probably worth it. I mean, like, we don't use ladies very often. I mean, realistically. It's very rare when you're forced into using a lady. They're maybe used a quarter of the time of the guys. So back to my thing of what makes your life easier, what are you going to have more fun with, you know? I don't know if that helps at all or makes it worse. Farouk's awesome, Carl. I really like Acolyte Farouk. He's really fun. IK, I don't think that's a bad choice at all. I know you're in my faction, Carl. I actually know that. Welcome back, K-Pin. So anyway, long story short, Orton's really good. Yeah. For sure. How far are you away from Bex and Liv? Honestly, if you have Shotzi with a good setup, Sean, Becky isn't necessarily better than Shotzi. Right on, Stewart. I'm glad it helped. Oh, there you go, McMenemy. You know, Zombie Dom hits so freaking hard. The only downside is if you get pinned. He's ridiculous. Hey, Ahigo, how are you? Zombie Edge, 5-star gold. I like yellow, yellow, green finisher. So countdown gems, area green, and finisher. Yellow, yellow, green. That's not bad, Sean. That's pretty close. Hey, Hot Rod, how are you? I am doing well. How are you, man? That's fair, King. That's fair. Absolutely fair. Like, and ultimately, you guys will all know your roster and its needs better than I will. So I can give you, like, some reasoning or logic that I would use, and hopefully you can apply that. Because I don't have the right answers or the perfect answers. Living the dream? It's much better than living the nightmare. Unless the dream is the nightmare. Yeah, McMenemy, he's crazy. Yeah, so K-Pin, it's so niche, or niche, depending on how you say it. Also, so I should have enough for sure for that one. I don't know if I will get to the other one, the triple blue one. Also, I kind of have a secret love for Dexter Loomis. I took mine to 6-star and filled his stars, right? So it makes him hit plenty hard. Like, to be a 3-click viable male striker. Yeah, Eagles. I never thought I'd be using Zombie Drew this much. I think so, Stuart. My guess is it's a 2-headed zombie. Jimmy and Jay. What would be super cool is if it counted for Jimmy and Jay requirements both. And what would be even cooler if it was a dual class Showboat Tech. So you could use Showboat or Tech requirements for it. I don't think they'll go that far, but that's been my guess all along is Jimmy and Jay, a 2-headed zombie. It would be so dope. I don't know if they would do it. So dope. And I would like to see him take it even farther and have it be dual class, along with the Jay and Jimmy, and it counts for either. That would be really fun. Top Food, how are you, bud? You think it's going to be a Motu Big E deal with gear? Like, changes their look? I could see something like that, yeah. That would probably be way easier to code or add to the game, you know? What's up, Ford? And we should know in a few hours. I'll know later, because I won't really stick around for the reveal or anything, but I'll rate it. I mean, that would be awesome, IK. It would be super awesome. Oh, King, get out of here with that crap. Also, anyone that voted they love Dodge on the portal, I hope you step on a Lego every night for the rest of your life. Because Dodge infuriates me. And what the heck is that even up to now? Like, who the heck wants that BS in the game? No, I don't already know. McMenemy, 100%. Like, I stay out of all of the blog stuff now. Like, 100% of the blog stuff. I don't touch it with a 100-foot pole. It's 22% have voted 5. Hell yeah, keep Dodge. 26% suck it. That was me. 9% bad news. Who doesn't think Dodge matters? What the F, man? Who wants to get dodged? I know, McMenemy. Then I don't give you what you want, man. I think they got confused, or actually Dodge isn't in the game right away. I'll show you. So I don't think new players even know. Dodge is not in the game until a certain league. I can't get dodged right now. No. If you watch my video, Top Food, I said I think that is the worst thing you could spend it on, really, because I feel like you're mortgaging your roster. What's up, King Fat Boy? Congrats. And Great Nate, how are you? Great year, 1980. Same year I was born. So, I feel like you're mortgaging your long-term future if you take those, and you could get the other stuff. Yeah, it's also voted really, or worded really dumb, in my opinion, the poll. So I don't think a lot of people really know what they're voting for. I'm great. Great, Nate. I'm great. Just gonna finish this tour up, and then I'll switch to the main, and we're gonna talk some boss battle, probably. I think the strap is great if you have all the other stuff. You know what I mean? So to me, the straps got put on there for people that had already had all the zombies and didn't have anything to buy. That's who I think the straps and the tokens got put there for. To give value to the spenders, so they didn't feel like, oh, you devalued our spending earlier, because that's a thing. There's a lot of people when Scopely does something like this, like the plates, because the plates the first time around were super expensive. You could get one for maybe like 40 bucks if you were in a good faction, but people paid to get all three. They spent, you know, 100, 150 bucks, 200 bucks, whatever they spent. So then when they roll it around a second time, if they do it free, the spenders are all like, you crapped on our spending. Brr, 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 brr. Just like the free-to-play will be like, whales are ruining the game, you know what I mean? It's both of those things, but of course they're the paying customer, so you kind of have to listen to it a little bit. So this one I feel like they found a good balance, in my opinion, of rewarding people on both sides of it. At least I hope so. So top food. Asuka's terrible and not a good coach. So, other than the possible requirement twice a year, you will probably never use Asuka, if that matters. Hogan is strictly a coach. He's not good, by the way. Rhea, also only a coach, but she, if you use Ghostbuster Hogan, no, sorry, Ghostbuster Cena, she is great on Ghostbuster Cena. So she's good there. No, they do a spring outbreak XGC twice a year. I mean, K-Pin. I have a feeling you're laughing for a reason, but when 6-star silvers hit for 10 million, that's not good. Powerhouse Hogan is a lot better than... I know you're not disagreeing, K-Pin. I'm you know what? I'm gonna stay away from that. That because I will just say stuff that's probably not nice. But yes, as far as acrobats go, does he even make like the top? I don't know. Give me a number. Hogan's not good. Right. Does he even make top 15 or 20? So now it's Gunther, Foley, Gunther's way better than those three. In my opinion, Derek. Gunther blows away Foley and Steamboat both. Honestly, unless you have really good stuff, none of the Hogans are very good. Except for Ghostbuster. It is hard to decide. It's like Kid in a Candy Store, McLovin. XGC, zombies versus mutants. Maybe they did a mini event? I don't know. I think 6-star bronze, what I do in my video with Dexter, guys, I want to say it was like 10 or 11 million without anything super crazy. In 3 clicks on Dexter. Yeah, Gunther Triple Yellow is just heckin' fun. Tourney. That's a fair question. How often are you like, dang it, I need yellow coach? For example, I like that you have D-Lo for Heartstopper, and you don't have KO for the Sheriff's Badge, but you do have Cody. So, question, Tourney, let me counter question this first. How much currency do you have at the moment? I will try to help you with an answer. Nice, DG Dave. That's a good setup. Right, McLovin? It's exactly right. It's the draft pick thing, right? Do you draft the #1 player, or do you draft maybe like a #3 and then a bunch of plates to go with it? So if there's your faction, depending what kind of faction you're in, there's a couple thousand there. There's some randomness in the faction milestones. Showdown, there, if you place it all in that, you can grab some there. There's the potential for maybe a couple thousand to 4,000, 5,000 more without spending, but not a ton, top food. Okay, you already got Gunther and Edge. Okay, perfect. But never need to generate yellow now is more of a potential. I know it's hard to answer. I would likely take... Okay, so same way, like, you don't need those coaches until you do, Turney, right? Like, and if McMenemy's still in here, he can vouch. You don't need Zombie Ray, really, until you do. And when you do, you really do. You don't really need Orton until you do on, like, Big Papa Pump. Then you really do. It makes a big difference. So, much like K-Pin just said about the trap plate, you don't really need the plate until you do. And then you really do. So I get exactly what you're saying with Zombie Ricky. How many shards are you away from Zombie Ricky also? Also, is your D'Lo 6-star bronze? Is he your best acrobat? Is he 6-star silver? Is he your best acrobat? Do you have an ultimate strap for him? Oh, Axel, which build? Yeah, he hit hard without the strap. Yeah. So which build, bud? Like, it's gonna scale much better on any of the builds that use the multiplies than without it, because multiplies love extra percentage damage. It's much more exponential. So the triple green won't really hit. It'll hit harder, but not probably like a couple million harder. The multiply builds will probably hit 3, 4, 5 million harder and more at silver, even, because your gem damage doubles at silver, so that 100% is going off of the double gem damage, and the multiplies affect the base, so it's kind of, it gets even better, so to speak. So yes, it certainly will make a difference. The question might be, does he need it, and what would you be giving up to get it? Yeah, King, it's huge. You don't need until you need. Exactly, McMenemy. Okay, Turney. So, basically, the blue plate, somebody in my faction put it on them, and they were... The thing with D'Lo, did you guys watch the video I did with the plate on him at 5-star gold? D'Lo occasionally will, not very often, but occasionally he will just completely whiff and only break a few gems. But the majority of the time, he's breaking, like, I think my faction mate said he was doing like 22, 23 million most of the time at 6-star silver with that plate, except when he completely whiffs. Right on, McLovin. Becky's super fun. And Sammy, I'm 20 shards away. I want him so bad. I just wasn't willing to pay another $100 for 20 shards. Not going to happen. So basically, Turney, if that's your best acrobat and you're putting all of your eggs in the D'Lo basket, I think it's worth it. If that's not your best acrobat, then I don't think right now, I don't think the blue plate is really the biggest deal. It's good, and it's good on like Acro Bianca, it's solid on Wesley, it's really good on LA Knight Showboat Triple Blue. In fact, that's one of the better places besides D'Lo. Benny did a really good video on that, worth watching if you have LA Knight and are thinking about that plate. If you're a long way away from Steamboat and you don't have... The thing is, I feel like the Sheriff's plate at 8K is super good value. So if you could find a way to swing Steamboat and the Sheriff plate, I would say that's a great call. Also, if you don't have really strong powerhouses, I know I'm on record as being disappointed by Cody. So the Gunther plate is very limited, but it's better the less trainers you have, I feel like. I almost never need a plate like that, but I have a lot of trainers. So that plate could potentially save a little bit, but I'm not crazy. I like plates that give me more damage, right? Like I have one of that plate. That's the worst plate on the wall in my opinion as well, King Fatboy. But if Cody would be your best powerhouse, and he's just a little slow for me, and there's a lot of other choices, so... Zombie Liv, G Todd. Zombie Liv blows Raquel away. If now that you have Liv, just forget about Raquel. I love it when I'm intrigued and then I get an ad. It's all part of my plan to get you to sub. Do that on purpose. The Gunther plate, Derek, is the one that adds purple or yellow MP when you make a sub. Yes, 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 Jimmy B. Thank you so much for the sub, man. 6 months, really appreciate that. Yeah, no problem, Turney. I don't have the right answers, but I can try and tell you the logic I use, so you can hopefully make a good decision for your roster. You know what I mean? Like, thanks for the follow, King Fatboy. I'm doing really well, Brother Ray. Lots of questions today, which I like. It's good engagement. I enjoy that a lot. Gumsy, anyone that makes a bunch of red gems. I actually don't particularly, so like some of the better ones, especially if you have the NXT moment, Cora Jade, it's very nice on. Showboat Sheamus, it's incredibly good on Showboat Sheamus. Really, really good on Showboat Sheamus. I think you click on subscribe. If you're on mobile, I don't know at all, because I don't use mobile for Twitch, King Fatboy. But I believe you click on subscribe and then click on Prime, and you can choose to use your Prime that way, but I wouldn't swear to it. Oh, Cody is for sure. Cody is going to be more useful for you than Zombie Taker, I think. Yeah, I don't know how on mobile, bud. Who's Striker Bradshaw? Maybe. I don't know for sure. But Sheriff Plate is great on Sheamus. Anyone that makes a bunch of red gems. So it's gonna help. Yeah, it helps fund ZDOM, but honestly, G-Todd, I think I did. What was it again? Oh yes, for scrap Raquel, never use her again. The Zombie lived to 6-star silver all the way. It's not even close. The triple blue K-pin. The Benny did a video. You should watch it. So the reason why it's a bigger difference on LA Knight K-pin, you know how buffs in the match work after everything else is applied, and LA Knight has that big buff on blues. The buff also works after the plate is applied. So it may bouncing here and there and everywhere. Our adventure that's beyond compare. We are the Gummy Bears. Thank you so much for the biddies, Jabroni. Appreciate it. Yeah, K-Pin. So it scales better on him than pretty much anyone except like maybe D-Lo. And LA Knight, that gives him an extremely viable gem damage build now. If I get the plate, that's where it's going. For me. And I'll convert him to gem damage completely. Thank you, Jabroni. And yes, yay, free to play. Right? I watched the Gummy Bears. I didn't watch many cartoons as a kid. I didn't really like cartoons. I watched, for some reason, I like Gummy Bears. I like Great Nate, thanks for the follow. I like Transformers and I like G.I. Joe. That was about it for cartoons for me. Indeed, Rude. Yeah. Basically anyone that makes a grip of reds. I'm pretty sure Powerhouse Otis has a build where he does a bunch of reds. It'd be good on Otis. In a perfect world, you want some kind of buff to the yellow if possible. Whether there's multiplies left over, or they're using a Z plate or something like that to buff them. So yeah. DuckTales is okay. I watched that a little bit. I don't think he makes an... Is Z plate 6 gems or 4? Slightly less useless. Z-plate is 4? I mean... So they're probably not kicking... You're probably draining their life anyway. Do you have the NWO plate to buff the red move damage? I don't feel like... I feel like you're draining their life anyway. So, I guess you get the effect of it, and he does make some greens, but most people are throwing, like, takedown on him, because there's so few takedown guys that can knock out 6-star silvers. So most people throw takedown on him. But I guess if you were going to run him... Let me look at my Farouk on my phone here. Give me a second. Question. You only got a few? So Z-Plate is super good, and it's useful on a ton of people. Yeah, so Zombie Cody is fine. No, I mean, Stewart, the best use of Barrett is the sub build. Honestly. Yeah, he doesn't lose, he's just not super fast. He's like a worse Corbin. He's a worse Corbin. And I would use Corbin. How do you feel about Tech Cody? When I'm done with this, we're gonna switch over to my main account. Once I've wrapped this up here, because people have boss battle questions too. Although this took a little bit longer than I thought. This is the last tour here. And I'll try and answer some boss questions. Well, so my big issue with Cody is you can't use... He's a bit slower with the sub build. Yes, he's definitely slower with the sub build. Yeah. Stewart. I feel like Barrett, will that make that build better? Sure. But Barrett is probably best using the sub builds. He's just, you're probably not going to lose. It's just not super fast. To me, Barrett is a worse Corbin. So unless you're a huge Barrett mark, I would say use Corbin and just use Barrett as a coach. Yeah, the triple sub you're not losing with Cody, probably. Yeah, it's just not quite as fast for sure. So My issue with Cody is simply he doesn't have a turn 1 build unless you have a top line bonus in feud. It doesn't exist unless you have a top line bonus in feud, or until there's a 4 yellow MP, 4 red MP trainer, or until they give him like 4 MP gear. Then Cody would be amazing. Until then, he's just not as good as some of the other chase powerhouses we've had. He's not bad. That's just my issues with Cody, because I have a ton of options. If you don't have those options, probably a lot more. Loomis is the best character in the game for that plate. Dexter Loomis, Wayne. Okay, free to play, done for the day. All we have to do is, and I'll do that later tonight, is get to League 7, and then I can claim my Zombie Edge off of the prize wall. I did a video, Wayne, if you want to see what it looks like on Loomis. Would highly recommend watching it. Super easy build to run and use. It's essentially like Dakota with a drip plate. So it's 3 clicks and, you know, Bob's your uncle. Hits for over 10 million without a lot of extras. Yeah, for a lot of people, it'd probably make him their top striker or feuder as far as speed and ease of use. Only other option you have for Farouk was what? Yeah, so just instead of putting a Z plate on Farouk, I would say just run without a plate for now. I mean, like, you don't need to put a plate on somebody, if that makes sense. I mean, it was just a guess, IK. Zombie Edge, mine, yeah, probably. Or, I have like just a little over 8,000, I think. I don't have the prize wall here, so I can't see it. Let me claim this before. Oh, I also got to check the portal for today's portal prizes. I think it's just Cody shards today. Yeah, Cody shards, and my stamp might be 1,000,000 coin, which is useful. Oh, 200 TP. 100 coin was yesterday. I got 200 TP today. That is also super useful. Yeah, so I actually prefer Live with the gem damage build. So make sure you watch the second video I uploaded on Live. It made me shelf triple red and like Live way more. Exactly, Jabroni. Oh, McManamy, you weren't here for this? I went off. This is effing epically disgusting. Whoever put this up there is a horrible human being. Like, literally, only a new player just doesn't know what they're getting. Like, no, don't even. Yes, vile is it. Yes, it is absolutely, epically, horrendously evil. Whoever put this offer up should not work on this game. Whoever thought this is what we should sell to a new player, I can't even. My even can't even. I think I paused for like 30 seconds on stream yesterday when I saw that. A lot of the offers for new players are bad, like really bad. This is beyond bad. I'm not going to get started. So honestly, you know what the worst part? Hey, Patty Cakes, how are you, my guy? You know what the only bad thing about the free-to-play is looking at these loot offers that they do to new players. It's so good to see you, Patty Cakes. That's been my worst experience in all of this, is seeing what they try to do to new players. This right here also, it literally makes me sick to my stomach. They were also selling, and it's gone now, two-star MP generates for $20 a piece, but not Razar, the only one you can't get. $20 a piece for two-star bronzes. Literally, yeah. This is horrible. As soon as they get keys at League 7, this is all free. This is terrible. It's absolutely horrible. On this account, no. On my main account, yes. It is bad, Daryl. So anyway, League 7 tonight. Super stoked about that. Well, Gumsy, let me explain something to you. Champions has given me a lot. And what I mean by Champions has given me a lot is when before I started making videos, it took me about 6 months from the time I started making videos to become an official content creator. Before that, I started making videos. I think I was like 40 years old. No editing skills, which I still don't have. No Photoshop skills, which I still really don't have. Never made any kind of video in my entire life. And I tried something new, and it's been quite the journey and really fun. I have played this game longer than any game. I actually love Champions. So when they do stuff to me, in my opinion, that makes the game a worse game, it actually makes me very mad. Like, really mad. I have gotten in some massive fights, arguments. I've went off. I've done things and said things I regret that I shouldn't have, because I get really mad when I feel like the things could make the game a better place and don't. Because I actually, the base game, and it, like I said, it's given me a lot, and I really, really love it. At times, I also despise it. Right? Like, absolutely do. And I'm very passionate about it. Like, when this game does things right and it's fun, it's so fun. And when it doesn't, it's absolutely infuriating. Oh, face reveal? Sure. Here you go. That's what they're pissing off when you piss me off, right there. You want Anvil's younger brother coming for you? Currently, the goatee is not that long. That's from like 2 months ago. 3 months ago. But no, I mean, like, I don't begrudge at all Scopely making money. Not in the least bit, right? It's why we have a game to play. It totally doesn't bother me at all for them to make money, right? Yeah, King, sometimes I have to back away. Which I did. I didn't stream for like 2 months. Oh, Gumsy, I'm sorry. Not Kings. I didn't stream for like 2 months. Like I said, I've gotten in some big fights on Discord and been not professional at all, and I actually do regret that. I'm not in a band. I absolutely do regret that. Yeah, no problem, JP Metal. Because I hope at the end of the day, no problem, Painbringer, take care. I make the game a better place. That's literally what I want to do. Rod, I get that all the time, that I don't look like I sound. Selfishly, the more people play the game, the more they like it, the longer the game will be around, right? So that's the selfish part for me. I've also found I really enjoy, like, helping people understand the game more or better. I love doing previews because I get a new character, I get to try and break it down, see what makes it tick, and try and give people a realistic expectation of what they can do with it. Because before I was a CC, I remember watching videos and being super pissed off because I couldn't relate to anything they were showing, and they didn't do a good job on, some of them sometimes didn't do a good job on the videos. You could tell they rushed the previews, didn't try different things, and it bothered me because I really had no idea what the card could do, and I just wanted to know, you know. And that's probably my favorite actual thing to do, is get the card and try and break it down and see how it'll work for most people. Oh, Striker Anvil, Pat. It's the last time I went off of a tier list. That pissed me off. Well, that's good, Telvin. Yeah, Professor tries to be very educational as well. I definitely appreciate that about his content and respect that. You know what, Twitch Lobster, the new account is actually super fun for me. I'm finding out stuff I didn't know. And like I said, hopefully somebody at Scopely, like, sees this at some point. And I've also said it in the videos when I do the shorter videos. Like, maybe they don't understand just how bad that $100 offer is. Like, how horrible that is. Maybe they don't understand that in a few days all of this is completely obsolete, but I feel like somebody understood exactly what they were doing here. Just go to the portal. $100 on the portal will get you 5 bajillion times more than this. It's just... we did. I have worked on a tier list off and on. There's a good chance I may try and put a small version of it out. It would look, and I haven't updated it in a little bit. It's also tier list spelled T-E-A-R. Because, you know, tier lists are painful. So give me a second. This is old, so a little bit old, so, because I haven't worked on it in a minute. So... also, you're going to go blind because you cannot make sheets. I haven't figured out how to make this darker. Incredible chunks. I don't play well with others. Also, for me, it would be a case of too many cooks in the kitchen, and I would completely disagree with a lot of the stuff on a simple, basic level. And when you have some CCs that will say clearly horrible card is great and hype it, I can't work with that person, because to me, that's just fake, right? I'm going to give you the brutal truth, whether you like it or not, and whether Scopely likes it or not, but I'm not going to sit here and say a card that can do 10 million damage at 6-star silver and act like it's good. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that to people. So I can't do that, because they're not all of them, and no one's specific. I'm not picking on anyone. I'm just answering the question of why I could not do that. So, anyway. It would be something like this because it would be what they're good at, so you could look at and see, okay, Regal's good at these. And then the notes would be like, needs the Piper plate to run his primary build. What the entourage would be, all that stuff. But it's a lot of work. So if I do it, my problem is if I'm going to put something out that I feel like might sway people to do something, I want it to be good. And because I don't want you to make a bad roster choice based off of information I gave. So I feel like it's a responsibility, if that makes sense, to try and do a really good job and just not rush it. Anyway. And I wouldn't put every character on it. I would pick and choose. Also, Chunks, hopefully that didn't come out wrong. Or too aggressive. But I'm very... How are you, Zesto? How are you, Sapien? But I'm just very whatever about tier lists and characters. I get really... I take the previews super serious as well. Right? Like, because I want it to be accurate. Okay, cool. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you right now. Oh, that was $1.99 for a 4-star Showboat Cena. That one's actually not terrible. And I will tell you right now, while I don't always agree with maybe their styles or what they're doing, and it's not maybe my style, I think it's important, and all of the CCs have strong points and reasons to watch, right? And even if I don't agree with them all the time, or maybe always like the stuff they do, or maybe even some of it, wouldn't watch most of it because I don't watch videos on this, I still respect what they're trying to do, the effort they put in, and that sort of thing. And I think you can find good stuff in all of them. So while I might sometimes come off a little bit brusque and very whatever, please don't take it the wrong way. Is this the right one? Did I open up the right one? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. Stunlock doesn't bother me because I know it's coming and I can work around it. Dodge bothers me because I can't work around it at all. Showdown is stressful. It definitely can be. It didn't? Okay, cool. I'm super opinionated, and I tend to think... Oh, nice, Wayne. I tend to think my way is the right way all the time. No, top food. I take weekends off. Mrs. Merrick's is home. I'm not going to make her listen to me yap all weekend. Anti-dodge straps. That's awesome, Incredible Chunks. Very awesome. So this is the main account. Oh, doesn't want to open on the BlueStacks. Tell the Xbox story and make sure... You know, there's probably a lot of new people in here that haven't heard the Xbox thing. Also, they probably haven't heard the story of how I met Zandel. Holy crap. You honestly can open the game, BlueStacks. This is why I do this before stream, because sometimes it struggles. Do you know why they call it an Xbox 360, guys? Any ideas? I'll tell you why. So, you guys know about the red ring, I'm sure, from the original Xbox 360s. Do you know why Microsoft gave it the name 360 because internally they knew about the red ring. So they called it the 360 because it's such a piece of crap that when you see it, you turn 360 degrees and walk away. True story. You turn 360 degrees and walk away. It's either that, Brother Ray, or people like it when I get like, oh, I'm gonna give you the brutal truth. No, 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 Rod. No. You're thinking of a 720. You've all played Tony Hawk Pro Skater. A 360 is a half a turn. A 720 is a full turn. You guys got it wrong. Google it. 360 degrees is not a full circle. It's a half circle. You're all wrong. Go Google it. Got him! Oh my gosh. It triggers people, and I don't know why everyone thinks I'm dead serious when I say that. Indeed. No, no, no. 720 is one full turn. Yeah, guys, I know a 360 is a full turn. That's the joke. I don't, Sean. I don't, but I should. I don't, but I should. You're wrong, Merrick's is right. Okay. What do you guys want to talk about? Oh wait, I got a button for that.
So, what do you guys want to talk about?
No, Twitch Lobster. This is the last of the points. So where you can expect to get points from is if you hit any more of the showdown milestones. Or your faction hits milestones here. Not worried about it, Steward. I log in with the Scopely thing. It's not hackable. That's just an old thing for account recovery. It's not a problem anymore. Also, I feel like they'd have trouble getting support to give them my account. There's also some faction rewards. So depending where your faction is, you can get some prize wall currency there. Just the Taker plate is fine, Wayne. You don't really need anything else. Rod, I'm not sure what you're asking. The prize wall is the same price as it's been. If you're talking about this. They just added live. They added live, they added the straps, and I think they added the tokens. Those got added. You're wrong, Colonel Sanders. That's from the Water Boy. Yay! I kind of want to put that on Dexter, but I also really want to get this for LA Knight, so it's going to be close. Gonna be close. No, so the trick-or-treat bags were really good. The other bags have been consistently not as good. That hasn't been lowered. It's just the trick-or-treat bags were different. Yeah, Zombie is solid for a trainer. Yep. I mean, that's not me. That's somebody else. So, boss battle. Defensive is strong. I'll be taking my Kurt up to 6-star silver for that. You have Hall of Fame Kurt. This should be quite good. Bischoff with drip plate and gears will be really, really good. LA Knight will be solid, especially LA Knight with the plate. If K-Pin is still here, LA Knight would be very good because he'd keep growing it and breaking those traps. No one would take Honky Tonk Man up to 6-star silver, but he would be okay. Apollo with the Piper plate and blow up the traps above it. You could absolutely do that. Hugo Blue, how are you? Smoky Brown. I don't know what those emotes are. Is it a guy farting or a gun shooting? I don't know. Dom Triple Purple, well, slow will be useful. I think Gable's got a damage per protect gems, right? King Warren, how are you? What's up, Warren? Who else is good in here? Gable does the protect damage thing. What? That's how I say hello, smoking? Alright, Smoky Brown. That makes sense. You're going with the name and stuff. I see. I see you. Somebody asked about the feller, the Cody guy. You would want to put, all heart on him for boss. But you got your immobiles into green. Sub recycles it. Rosie. Does Rosie do traps? Oh, I'm glad it was helpful, Hugh. We can look at Rosie. Yeah, Kali will be solid for sure. At Focused, absolutely. Yep, yep. Cody, I would run with KO for blue gems on the starting board. And then immobile guys or green. Are you serious, King Warren? Nice! Well, there you go. That's gonna pay dividends. I did, Dave, but we're not going to be able to go real long today. I'll talk more boss battle tomorrow because the Champs channel, which everyone wants to see the big reveal. I get it. I get it. No one wants to watch Merrick's. I'm being stupid, by the way. Rosie. Somebody was talking about the Rosie. Not this set because it's red gems. Yeah, Sean, I know. No, I want no part of the official blogs. I don't do those anymore. Yes, McMenemy. I don't do those anymore. So, red gems, the other move, the trap gem damage. It's doesn't scale huge. Yeah, I'll get in trouble if I don't rate it though. Because I'm not I competing with it not good. I don't think it would be I wouldn't run that with Rosie. That's not enough to make up for the other stuff. I mean if you got him 6-star silver already, by all means bring him. You know what I mean? PC. Zub PC BlueStacks. Emulator. You could use Dexter. He doesn't have a ton of trap gems, though. It's only a few. It's only 16. But if you have the plate and stuff, those 16 are all gonna turn green. Sure, you could use him. Oh, silence! Whoa, hold on. We got silence. Yeah. Hold on. Is Is this a silence boss? I forgot. Let me double check. No, it's trap and protect and immobile. Never mind. No, never mind. Trap, immobile, protect. Why did I think it was silence for a second? I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't know what I'm talking about. This is awkward. Yeah, BlueStacks is handy. Nox works better for a lot of people. Sorta. Knoxville will be good if you got him. Yeah, absolutely. So top food. Technically, with the Cody plate, those yellow gems would hit hard on KO if you have them 6-star silver in the Cody plate. So it's apples to oranges, Derek. Apples to oranges. Liv is the best powerhouse in the game for ladies. Gunther is not the best trickster for dudes. 150k and 2000%, which is 20 times. So what's that? 3 million per trap? How many traps you got, Smokey? So 3 million per trap. And how many traps out? 23? 69 million giggity. 69 million damage. If the boss has a low amount of health, that maybe is a significant amount, but probably won't be super significant. Yeah, if you got him 6-star silver, it's better than nothing, for sure. I just wouldn't say it would be strong. If that makes sense. I did a video on that, Shadow, and the answer is yes. Yeah. It's definitely usable, and you can do that. If you got him 6-star silver, by all means, you probably won't have a better focus person. So I would think that would be fine. This screen is so small like this. Does this guy have immobiles? I don't even remember what he does. I got him and haven't leveled him because I don't care. HPK will be good. Yeah, you too, Smokey. Wee, how are you, bud? 700 million? That's not too bad. 700 million isn't too bad if they gave them the official number of the health. How are you, Lee? Just an average champions player? One of the best minds in the game? When Lee Dynasty there talks, guys, it makes sense to listen. I even do, sometimes, when I'm not being stupid. One of the absolute best minds in the game. Yeah, by a mile. After the change, Smoky Brown, with the buff to the gems, the speed is great. She's head and shoulders the best lady powerhouse in the game. It's not that close. You can just basically throw Raquel in the scrap bin and just use her for CSS when she's required. If you have Liv. Liv's better in every way. Thanks, man. I gotta raid the Champs channel or I'll get fined soon. I appreciate that, Lee. I don't think there's anything Raquel does better, unless there happens to be a lady boss battle that uses row breaks. Pretty sure there's not anything Raquel does better. Oh, I won't be staying, I'll just raid. I got other stuffs to do, and I'll read the blog myself when it's live. Tomorrow, probably. I don't like looking early. Apples to oranges, two different classes, but by better, it depends what you mean. I feel like, in my opinion, Liv is better because she's faster. Wayne, enjoy. See how hard you hit at 6-star bronze? And basically you can pretty much double it for 6-star silver. Yes! Yes! Gumsy, 12 months. Thank you for the year, my friend. Thank you for the year. What was the... Oh, he's in ad? Z-Livers. Okay. Kurt. Somebody asked about the Kurt setup I'm gonna run. I have his gear. So he has MP. So this will start these two loaded. Incredible Chunks. He's in the crap tier. The not good tier. He's just rare. He's not good. He's an okay coach for the silence coach. So it's apples to oranges. Tex between them. I think Z-Liv is probably faster. So I would rate her better for feud. But it's apples to oranges because one's a powerhouse and one's an acrobat. But the side by side, I think Liv's going to be faster. Probably. Yes, Leo, they did. I don't care. I use the Scopely login, so nothing's gonna happen to my account. Indeed, Jabroni, indeed. So acrobats. Let's go to acrobats, because Zombie Hogan is not really good at all. It takes... So everyone has Cena, he's free. Way, way better. Like... way better. Not even close. Wesley is way better. Roman's better. Macho's better. Warrior's better. Logan's better. Tatanka's better. Probably HBK's better. Dom's definitely better. D'Lo's better. Oh, you can tell him I said that. If he thinks Zombie Hogan's good, that's fine. He doesn't know what he's talking about then. Everyone's entitled to their wrong opinion, though. So yeah, he doesn't even make top 10 acrobats. Not even close. Hall of Fame Macho. Hall of Fame Macho. I don't, so I'm not going to care about any tour build. So the one thing you're going to notice also with Hogan is he's got a few low charge moves, but I don't care. No, he can't. Zombie Hogan cannot hit for 24 million turn 1 in feud. I don't care about a tour build. But he's not going to go anywhere near that. He's not good. Zombie Hogan, not good. $10 million turn 1 at 6-star silver, I would believe, and that's not good at 6-star silver when you're putting good stuff on them. I called it on the Usos? Ha! I knew it! Yeah, I kind of think Zombie Hogan's trash. Right, McMenemy, exactly. Two-headed Shobo Tech? I even called that too? Nuh-uh. I should probably raid them or I'll definitely get in trouble. That's funny, Zandel. I had no idea. They definitely don't tell us that stuff early. I thought it would be cool. And based on the name of the event. Raid WWE champions. Listen, everybody's got what they like in the game and what they think is good and what's not good, right? People can like Hogan, that's cool. I have my opinions, they can have theirs. I'm just never gonna waver from those. Most of it boils down to simple show me. And you show me people hitting hard with feud builds. Incredible Chunks, he's a good coach for the silence, like on Gunther. But yeah, I'm not going to say something's good when I don't think they're good, and there's a lot better. So 17K is where I would stop him. Ghostbuster Cena, I don't like. Ghostbuster Cena is good. I don't like his playstyle, so I never play him. Like, literally never use him. My favorite acrobat is right here, Wesley. But I have the moment in 100% strap. I was doing, with this build, I was doing 15 to 18 million in feud, turn 1. At 6-star bronze. Wes is my favorite acrobat. And that'll double at silver. Because this hits way harder for me, Smokey, with the stuff I have. 5 times multiplies. No, West doesn't. If you have whale stuff. This is a whale build. 4 blue MP. 4 blue MP. That's 8 right there, and then you get 2 for feud with your perks. So that's 10. With one with your perk and their perk, and then 1 for your turn. So this loads all 3 moves turn 1. Orton's very good. Orton's very good. Yep. So we can get into it more on another stream of how I would rate people. So, but I'll say really quick as the raid's gonna leave. Top end damage isn't, it's do they hit hard enough to keep someone down? How fast are they and how safe are they? That, to me, is what makes a card great, right? Or good. Is how fast, how hard, and how safe. If that makes sense.